This is this video is about understanding how karmic relationships work, and if you are meant to find a soulmate who's karmic, or if you are meant to find a soulmate who is uh, going to help us evolve through this life uh, by helping us achieve higher goals instead of just finishing past life karma or fighting about issues that don't serve any purpose in this lifetime. So, how do you understand karmic relationship, and how do you separate it from a spiritually evolving relationship, or a relationship that helps you channel your Rahu? Basically, your Rahu is what you need to work on in this lifetime, and Ketu is what you've already achieved in the past lifetime. Your Ketu can help you a lot. It is going to be extremely foolish to just dismiss Ketu as a planet, because that's what you have trained so hard in your past life, and uh, any skills that you put in a lot of work for will be helpful in any lifetime. That any skills that you put in a lot of hard work to will help you through any lifetime, irrespective of how many births you've taken. I want to discuss about karmic synastries, soulmate synastries, spiritual synastries, and the kind of love stories that do not involve too much karma. So, what in the chart gives you this opportunity to fall in love and experience true love? What in the chart gives you only karmic relationships where in this lifetime you're not meant to experience any kind of love other than fulfilling past life karma? And how about spiritually evolving relationships? When I say spiritually evolving, a relationship that helps you achieve what you need to achieve in this lifetime than taking you back, something that pulls you forward instead of pulling you back. And unfortunately, that's a very rare thing to occur, because we are living in a time and age where a lot of things that's happening, irrespective of whether you're single or not, whether you're married or not, or even just friendships, it is going to pull you back then push you forward, because of how karmic the timing is and how karmic the alignments are. So let's dive right into the topic. And to begin with, um, let's talk about Ketu synastry. So why is Ketu important over here? Ketu is what you have mastered in your past life. And it is very important to understand Ketu in your present life, or your Ketu placement in your present life, in order to master Rahu. Because anything that you put in a lot of effort into never goes waste. Even if you aren't able to achieve the amount of achievement you desire, or the level of achievement that you desire, even if so, whatever effort that is put into anything that you want to do will be helpful for you at some point of time in your life. This what happens is, the first attraction that you feel towards this person is the comfort. There is an immediate comfort and immediate feeling of home, which makes this relationship easier to channel forward. So initially, when you meet somebody, you might feel awkward, or there is friction, and these things don't exist. You walk into this person and you immediately feel like it's home, uh, which is obvious because you dated this person already in the past life. So it's not going to feel new to you, it's going to feel familiar. So that is the first thing. But this initial familiarity is what causes problems in the future. Because, like I said, you've already mastered this part of your karma. Let's say in the past life, you were trying to have children and be a good mother, and that was your karma. And when you meet this person, your immediate instinct would be to have children and to become mother again. But when all these things get started, and you finish each part of these things that you feel familiar with, there will be a feeling of an intense stagnation within you, where you feel blocked in your heart chakra, but at the same time you feel so disconnected from your current life. There might be a part of you that feels This is not the kind of life I must be leading. This is not my future. My future is supposed to be different. Why does it feel like I'm living a future that isn't mine? I should be doing something else. Then um, the familiarity starts to bother you. Ketu synastries are very comfortable synastries when they work out. They are not the kind of synastries where you fight too hard. I'll tell you one thing. With Ketu synastry, it might take a lot of time for it to take off. There might be times when, if you're too much of a Rahuvian person, your Ketu synastry simply won't work out for you. Like, you might have never dated somebody who shared a Ketu synastry with you, because you might have met this person, they might have felt familiar, but for some reason you broke up with them, or things didn't work out. For some reason, it just didn't take off the way it should have, and you still think about the person, but you still wonder why that didn't work out. But since the relationship didn't take off, then there's nothing much to wonder about, isn't it? So that's what happens. But unless you are somebody who has like strong Ketuvian traits or strong past life karma, or somebody who has like 12th house stelliums, you would immediately get into a Ketu relationship and it'll take off. And there is a very high possibility you'll not be able to let go of this person. And even if you did, you'll keep coming back to each other until the karma gets cleared up. So that's Ketu synastry for you. The next most karmic synastry that I have seen is Saturn synastry, where you have somebody else's Saturn or your own Saturn falling over their luminaries, Venus, Jupiter, Mars also, but Mars is not going to, it's more of a sibling relationship. So I wouldn't see this in romantic aspects. Coming back to Ketu synastry and siblings and mother. How can I forget that? Yeah. If you share Ketu synastry with your mother, it's going to be good. It's a good thing to share with your mother, especially if you have Moon Ketu synastry. I'm not saying Moon Ketu in your chart. I'm saying your mother's Ketu is on your moon, or your Ketu is over your mother's moon. In that way, the familiarity will really help the relationship. There might be karmic struggles when it comes to the future of this current life. Let's say you have this tendency to become a rebel, and you were trying to do something that is way out of the comfort zone, and that's when the fights will come. But just with respect to how your mother is to you, uh, she might still be a very good mother, or you might still be a very good son or daughter. So that way it works. Ketu synastry over Mercury, okay, is actually your sibling from past life. So making that romantic is going to be funny, because I'm sorry, I slipped into my Indian accent. So yeah, making that romantic is going to be very funny, because why would you do that to your past life siblings? But then it's a very good synastry to have with somebody who you think is your best friend, who you want to talk a lot and you want to share your heart out, and somebody who's just one call away. Yeah, like it's very good for friendship and all that. Yeah. Then coming back to Saturn's synastry, with Saturn, what happens is you come and met this person, and there is a definite karma that needs to be fulfilled between the two of you, right? And Saturn is going to make sure you fulfill it. So, in case you are not clever enough to run away from this relationship, Saturn is going to bind the two of you. If you, at any point of time, agree to committing to each other, then you're hooked. And the problem is, once you're hooked, you cannot get out of this relationship. It's just the kind of relationship where you feel you can be, I won't say you can be the most toxic, it's just that there will be 100 reasons for this relationship to break. But the relationship doesn't break, it just goes on and on and on. And one day you realize you're in a 10-year relationship, or you're in a 15-year relationship with this person, and and you want to break up, but you can't, and you are trying really hard to break up because you feel stagnated again. This is again in a very stagnating synastry. Like I had said, for some reason I had compared this to the moon, the Ketu synastry. What happens with Saturn synastry is there's no going back and forth with Saturn synastry. I'll tell you that much. With Ketu, there can be initial struggles in establishing the relationship. Like if you find a karmic partner, right? Like which is most in this case, none of us are like evolved spiritual beings to find some beautiful synastry where we go and I don't know meet God. We're all just normal people, and it's only gonna get more normal. So although there are a lot of spiritual things happening in this world, but I don't think we are evolved enough to become Mahapurush and Maharishis, which I mean, you have to be grounded enough to at least say that. Coming back to this, with Saturn synastry, there's no going back and forth. With Ketu, it can be I meet, we talk, we fight, we break up, we come back together in 6 months, and this can go on for like 2-3 years, and then the relationship gets established. Then you can't break up with each other because you found the familiarity, you found how this works, and especially the Ketu person will figure this out. And once the Ketu person figures this out, he will put the energy into this relationship too. It's up to the Ketu person, by the way. The Ketu person wants to be in this relationship, there's a very high possibility he will know how to manage the planetary person. But it will take a while. With Saturn, what happens is the commitment might come sooner. You won't be dating other people. There is no concept of polyamory, cheating on other people, or these things don't exist. But